Okay, we're going to try to make a paper mosaic. Now, a mosaic is something where they take pebbles, stones, different colors, arrange them in clay to make a picture. We're going to take a picture and rearrange it so that the final product has the look of a mosaic. When you are doing this, you need to be very, very careful. First thing you're going to complete is your picture. Make sure that picture is 100% colored in. You don't want any or minimal white left. I did leave the faces of my individuals white. Then you are going to take your mosaic and you are going to cut approximately less than ½ inch strips of paper. It's a little more than ½ inch, a little less than half. And when you have this, you only cut one strip at a time. You're going to need glue, scissors, and your background paper. Got my glue ready. I am going to cut this into squares. Once I have one square cut, I put glue on the back and I put my first square down. Now, I want a little bit of border around the edge, and as I cut my next square, about the same size as the first square, I'm making sure to keep it right side up, and the spacing that I use between the different squares should be as close to even as possible. I'm going to go all the way up, cutting my squares. Oh, that one was a little big. It's going to look better if you can get them as close as possible to the same size. I'm doing one at a time so I do not get them out of order. Now that I have all of that first row, I'm ready to cut my next row. It should be about the same size as the first one. It's not going to be perfect, but as close as you can make it, that's going to make your final product better. In this one, we're really going to see how important it is to make sure that your squares are lined up and that you don't get them out of order. If they are out of order, your final picture won't make sense. Now, I'm not trying to get a bunch of glue all over the place, but if I get a little glue, that's okay, because glue dries clear. And I'm looking at the square and lining that up, keeping the space between all the pieces. You can start to see how the picture is going to come together with the spacing in between. Now when I cut my next strip, it's going to finish up my picture of Justinian over here when he first sees Theodora and falls in love at the meeting of the blue side. If you go through and do the whole thing, you will have a paper mosaic.